Hey everyone, this is Lisa. Today I have a new project to share with you. In this video I'm going to be making a luminary like the two that you see here. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need is a sheet of 8 1/4 by 4 1/4 piece of cardstock. And what I have here is our natural ivory cardstock. And you're going to take that and score it at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches, and 8 inches. And then you're going to turn it and score it at 1 1/4 inches. It doesn't matter what side. You just need one edge to be 1 1/4 inches. Let's see if I can do that one more time. Put that aside. And then I like to go ahead and fold all my score lines before I do any cutting. And I like to use a bone folder to get a really nice crisp crease, whether I'm doing a project like this or making a card. Oops. Right. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to take the edge that's not scored and I'm going to punch it out with our lace punch. Make sure everything is lined up and that the edge is right up, butted up against the back of the punch. And do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then I'm going to take a pair of scissors. And I want to cut, excuse me, this score line up to the score line right here. I'm going to do that on all of these flaps. And then this little piece right here, I'm going to just cut that out. So it looks like that. I have here 4 pieces of designer series paper, and this is from our beautiful springtime vintage paper. And it is my favorite. Here's the other side. So I'm going to center these. These are cut at these are cut at 1 3/4 by 2 1/4. So I just want those to center. Oops. So if you're going to use a designer series paper, you definitely want to adhere that first to your luminary. And then you cut everything out at once. Obviously, if you're not using a paper on top like I did here on this black and white one, I just stamped directly onto the Whisper White cardstock, so I didn't have another layer there. Let's see. Get my wax paper. And my Snell adhesive. I haven't rubbed anything down yet, just in case I have to reposition something. Sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. It really depends on the paper that you're using. And usually you need to be quick about it, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll be okay. And I won't need to move anything. I think that looks good. So there, I'm going to rub these all down. And this is where I would then put on my template. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back of each one of these, because I'd like to be able to use them again in the future. It doesn't matter, I don't really need the decorative side. I just want to center that. I'll do that on all 4 panels. Okay. Now once I've gotten my templates where I want them, I'm going to see if it looks straight. The points should all be lined up, and they should all be centered from side to side and top to bottom. I think that's good. Okay. There, I accidentally punched out the sections off camera. I thought I was videotaping and it turned out I wasn't. Anyway, so I used my curly label punch to punch out these 4 sections. And the next thing I want to do is take my Pacific Point ink, and I'm going to ink the edges a bit. I was originally going to use Baja Breeze, which is a beautiful color and I think goes with this paper very well. That's one of the cool things about stamping up, you know, your designer papers and your cardstock, and your inks coordinate very well together. But that is one of our subtles colors, and when I stamped it onto the vellum, it was a bit lighter than I wanted, so I ended up stamping my image using this Pacific Point and decided that that's what I would use for inking my edge. And you know, I like that. I think it looks quite nice. It's a very pretty color. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and I stamped my images onto this vellum. Let's zoom in on that. On 4 1 1/4. No, I'm sorry, 1 3/4 by 2 1/4 pieces of paper. They're the same size as the designer paper sections were cut into. And using the Clearly You stamp set, I stamped it using this image right here. So I don't know, let me see if you can see that. So I'm just going to adhere these to the back of the project. Get my Snell adhesive. Do all the sections. It's just easier to do it that way. Right there. And then I'm just going to place these down. No, I don't want it that high. Oh, shoot. Oh no. I want to try to kind of center that. I mean, I want to center it, not kind of. There we go. There you go. I'll do that on all 4 windows. Okay. Now I'm going to take the red sticky tape, put it on 2 of the panels, and I just do the 2 center panels. And on this little 1/4 inch flap right here. Just like oops, that's too long. I'll have to trim that a bit. Okay. Now, put it together. I'm lining up my score line and my edge. And then turn that over and rub everything really well. Piece of, These are our paper flowers, and I took them, dipped them in some ink. Put a few drops of ink in some water. Get you a closer view. using the re-inker ink. Excuse me. I used the re-inker, put it in some water, a few drops, and stirred it around. And you could stir it around or just put the drops in there and then dip your flowers in. So the second time, that's what I did. I just put a few drops in without stirring the ink around. I dipped the flowers, and I kind of like that because it gave it, you know, different tones. I'm going to take a piece of taffeta. This is our 3/8 inch, and this is very vanilla taffeta ribbon. There's my seam right there. I think I want this to be my front edge. Put a little adhesive on that to keep it from moving. I keep finding these little tiny shreds of paper on my project. Okay. I think I want it just about right there. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little adhesive here. Try to keep it straight. And the same thing on the other side. And I think I'll put this bow off to the side. Same side I'm going to put my flowers on. See if I can do this on camera. It's funny. You can make bows just fine off camera. It's on camera that I usually start having problems. Okay, well, that's not bad. And I'm just going to mess with it until it's the way I want it. Okay. I don't know how these are going to cut. These aren't actually the scissors I usually use for cutting ribbon, but okay, that worked. So let me put some pearls on there, each one of the little flowers. Okay. Okay, one more thing I remembered I wanted to do is I'm going to color the pearls with this Stampin' Write marker. It's Pacific Blue. Again, I'm not worried too much if it's not perfect. Flowers aren't perfect. There. Okay. Now I'm going to add those using glue dots. I want to tuck this one a little bit underneath that one. I'm not going to lay it down yet because I'm not sure that that's exactly how I want it. I feel like I say that a lot. Oops. How did I miss those? Okay, I guess that'll work. So there you are. Quick and simple project. And there it is with a little candle in it. I use these battery powered candles. I got a set of them from Costco and they came in different little sizes, votive, tea light. And here are all 3 of them. Very cute, I think. Now you could decorate all 4 sides or just the front and the back when you make yours. Or just do the front. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this project. And I look forward to being with you again. Have a great day. Bye.